Hey doers, this is Yar from Giraffe Creations by Yar, and in this video is sort of like a take two. And what we are going to do is, this is just a sample, but we are going to make a very tall MFT stamp set, which doesn't fit an Avery Elle pocket, fit an Avery Elle pocket. So we are sort of reconstructing the whole way we see the stamp set in order for it to fit properly here. Okay, so this stamp set, Santa's Elves, already has a video, but it's really long, so I'm going to retape it using the Adorable Elephants stamp set. This is this video, but I wanted you to see the before, which is too tall, to the after, which it means it fits this stamp set, and hopefully I can do it in less than 25 minutes, which is how long the other video was. I also made a video about how to create your own stamp pockets for this type of longer, taller stamp sets, and I will link it below as well. This solution doesn't really fit my needs at this point because I have a specific cube size where I fit all my stamps, and this is just way too tall. So that's not working for me, but this is working. And what are we going to be using today? We're going to need StazOn. We're going to need the Avery Elle pockets, or whatever storage pocket you're using. You are going to need acetate sheets, whatever brand you'd like. This one is Cuttlebug Embossables from Cricut, and I got them at Joann's. And this is 8 1/4 by 11 and 7/8 or whatever. So one of these sheets is going to allow me to do 2 stamp sets. And I already cut them, so I would be ready for this. StazOn ink, I think I said it already, and I am going to be using my We Are Memory Keepers Precision Press tool, which is my stamping tool. I definitely love it, but if you have a Misty or something similar, that would work as well. If you don't know what this is, I am going to link a video where I do a review on this type of precision tool, so I will link it below as well. I will also link, that's a lot of linking, huh? The longer video for this stamp set where I did, it is a similar process, it's just the first one I did. So I will link it below as well. And let's get started. So we want to get something this tall into something this tall. So how do we do it? Step 1, you got to design it, right? And we don't have to redesign everything. I sort of work it through already. So I do know most of them are going to fit into my paper, and this is cardstock. I think this is the cheap one because this is what I use inside of my storage pockets. This is from Walmart, and I use it for that. So a couple of things that I know I like. The way I store and keep track of my stamps is that I have them numbered. So I have a number here, which you were able to see right here. So I know I'm going to leave a little bit of a spot there, and then I am going to start putting labels in my stamps, so I know I want to leave at least 2.5 inches this way and 3/4 that way. So that's this kind of space that I am working with. Based on those things, I can probably put my stamp set here, and that'll give me a spot here. So what doesn't fit is this, and that, and maybe that one. So I need to move 1, 2, 3, 4 stamp sets. I need to relocate, and I have this room over here and this space over here as well to make that happen. So let's see how we're going to do that. I am actually going to bring in already my stamping tool. That way we are assembling things where they need to be. And in the past one, let's see. Here, this is how I'm going to do it, right? Making sure that my paper, is right flush to the sides of my stamping tool. That's the secret here. If you don't have that down, then that's a problem. All right, so this is going to stamp perfectly there, all of that. 1, 2, 3. And we said 4 because I'm going to add that label. So let me just remove those right now. And this step does take a little bit of time because you sort of have to assemble them, right? This one as well. and this one. And I'm just putting them to the right so I don't lose them, because you do not want to lose them. Let's see, what is the easiest way to do this? All right, so that can go there. Let's just take a minute. All right, so this is where we are right now. I took all of my stamp sets off of this, and now I'm going to place them back. Okay, and for that, my stamp sets were in the back of this, right? So I'm going to flip that transparency. I also cut a little bit of, not a little bit, I also cut another one of these labels, which I'm going to use to put the number. So I know exactly where that label is going to go. So I know how to do this part, so I'm not flushed in. So now I flip this transparency, which is what comes with my stamp set, and I'm going to just fill it like a, just like a puzzle, making sure, of course, that my stamp is going to stamp that way, so I'm not putting it the wrong way, which I did in the past video. You will see. The goal of this is when I have all of this in place and I close my precision tool, then all of these stamps will be sticking to this, and I can just stamp easily, okay? And I can stamp repeatedly. Now, because MFT already did this for us, we don't have to rethink everything. We only need to place the stamps that are just way outside of our 7 1/4 size here of the paper. So I'm going to put the ones that I have the drawings for, and then I'll come back in just a sec. Okay, so I matched the ones that fit. Again, you can place them anywhere you want, because what we're doing in this step is actually we're sort of reorganizing our stamp sets. However, I do want to keep the integrity of the original stamp set as much as I can. And this allows me to do that if I sort of follow. So let's see here. I have, this one's the longest, I think, the thank you. So I am just going to place it here. And then I have another one, large one right there. And I know I want to leave that over there. So this might have to go here. Oh, this one over here might need to go over here just a little bit. And I might move this just a tiny bit. Let's see. Does that work? It will work in a minute, right? So there. I'm just trying to make it larger so that everything fits. No problem. Oh, you know what? This one. Let me see if I put it here. So now we're just kind of making it into a little puzzle. Make sure that things fit where they need to fit. And remember, we want to have a label here. So I want to make sure that I can live with that. Can I live with that? I don't know. Maybe not. All right, so maybe I will push my stamp set this way, so that this is the end, and then I can move my words here. Let's see if that works. I know we could fit a smaller one here. I don't want to move that one out of there, but I might end up moving it. Let's see if we can put this here. I had it figured out already, but I had the spacing wrong. Okay, let's see. That goes there, and this can go up there. All right, I'm gonna put a, yeah, I think this is gonna work. If this is not gonna work, I'm going to stop the video and figure it out and then come back. Oh, I think I got it. Okay. I think I got it, because I only need this portion here, and then I need this for that. This is kind of together, but let's see if we can spread them out a little bit here. I want to make sure that this stamps properly, so give each stamp its space, I guess. that is going to work just fine if I work with the curves of the stamp sets. I think I like it. Okay, so that is my stamp set, and that by changing the position of the stamps, I am able to fit them all in Avery Elle. So now I am going to close the lid on my precision tool. And then make sure that you're completely happy, because this is it. See, like this moved, and I didn't realize it moved. So I'm gonna fix it. This one's a little cricket, so I'm gonna fix that. I don't need that there. And this little baby moved a little bit, but I am gonna be fine with it. So, I could have cut this apart, but I would not do that. I don't know, I couldn't do it. So our next step is to ink this up and create the backing of our new stamp set. Oh, you know what? That is almost outside of my tool. Okay, so I moved it down a little bit, and now I'm inking. And I'm using StazOn ink for this step and for the next step as well. Now, for this step, I could have used any ink I wanted. However, for the next step, because I'm going to be stamping on acetate, you really don't need your StazOn ink, which is where you could do this without the MISTI or without the precision tool. However, this makes it so much easier because first you can double stamp and triple stamp, which you will see me do. And also we're going to stamp this several times in several different pieces of paper. So this is our first stamp. This I'm trying to press it down real well, because you want all of that detail to transfer to the paper. You could do this one by one. I wouldn't. That would take forever. Let's see what happens now. Okay, and I'm sorry, my camera is right on my table, so all right. So this is how it inked up the first time. I'm gonna hurry up because my camera is almost full, and I had to delete a few other things just to get a little bit of room here. So I am going to ink this up a few times and make sure that this is nice and dark, and make sure that I can live with it, right? That's the idea. Not perfect, but can you live with it? And nothing's upside down, which, trust me, it happened before. All right. So I'm pressing. So I am going to do it a third time because I have a little bit of sections that didn't quite get enough ink. This is where the precision tool, this type of stamping tools come in really, really handy. Okay, and I know here there was a little spot. Okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna hold down my paper, and I'm happy with that. So that's the way my new stamp set is going to look like. So this is what it started at, right? And now I had to move those 4, which I relocated here. So that's what my new stamp set is gonna look like. The next step is actually my favorite one and the crucial one, I would say, which is we take the acetate. Because now what I want to recreate is this. I want to recreate an acetate sheet that looks like my new stamp set. Right? You don't have to do that, I guess. I don't know. I like it because I want all my stamp sets to be together. And these acetates that I got from Joann's have a little backing to them, which we will leave there now because I can't get it off. All right, so the key here is to make sure that this is flushed. You know what? I'm going to flip it like that. This is flushed to this because this is not quite cut properly there. And I want to make sure nothing's going to be hanging. All right, make sure that's flush. Ink up your stamps once again. And very carefully close your precision tool door or your stamping tool door, and voila. Now I feel comfortable doing this several times on this sheet, so let's see, I'm gonna press so that every little creator and stamp makes contact with my acetate sheets below. All right, let's see where we are. It's quite scary the way it sounds, but it's good. All right, so this look okay. The center I should have pressed a little bit more, so let's re-ink. And that happens because we have a lot of real estate being covered by this stamping tool. We have a lot of stamp sets at once, so if you don't press evenly, they don't all get all the love they need, right? Usually I don't stamp stamp sets at once, but I am, in order to recreate or create a new reconfigured stamp set. Okay, these ones at the bottom were fine. It was mostly the center, which happens. My table is also plastic, so it gives a little when I press down. I think when you are stamping on a wood table, you don't have that problem. So now I'm gonna carefully, beautiful. And you know what? I am gonna stop right there. This is it. I'm not gonna restamp the other stamps that I restamped a third time. I'm just gonna clean it up. I am using a rag and a solution I made with glycerin and some other ingredients. I'll actually link that video here as well. It's a little bit cheaper and is good for your stamps as well. It reconditions them. Homemade. Not invented by me, by the way. Now, I am making this video and I am not saying I invented this technique. Obviously, I probably didn't, but I haven't looked at anything. It works for me. So if somebody else is doing this, I am not trying to plagiarize on your video. I dreamt about this, so now I'm doing it. My next step is just to reposition this stamp sets back into the new acetate sheet. And I'm going to do a few with you, and then I'm going to put a stop to this video, and then we'll come back. Okay, so it took me a few minutes, but I put most of the stamp sets. I have one left, and this is what my new stamp set looks like. And I am very, very happy with it, because look at the next step. So I'm done with my precision tool for now. And this is what we stamp. So this is exactly the same, right? Now this is my stamp set number 168. So I will, off camera, I'm gonna go ahead and put that there. Actually, I'll do it now because I just want to have it done. And I use an ATG gun, ATG tape. Runner. Okay, so that's it, and I'm gonna have a label made later. And I also have here, I have a piece of this is like something that came in a package at some point, but it wasn't as thick as oh, you know what, I forgot. Oh no, oh, the film's there. Well, it's going to be there. I'm not taking those apart again. That's why it looks kind of fuzzy. All right. Anyway, with the pieces of tape, what I'm going to do now is create a little bit of a backing for this, so it is easier to slip it in and out of my pocket, storage pocket. So I can't believe I did that. I will fix it though, because now I can see the shadowing and all that. But I can do this step. So let's see, I'm going to put this right here where half of my tape is on my new acetate sheet. And then make sure you give it a little bit of room right there so it closes. But nope. Now I've created a little bit of a pocket, so I can easily, this is the front of my stamp set, this is the back of my stamp set, and then I can just slide it in effortlessly. Oh, of course. Okay, so there it is. Now we're good to go. All right. So this is it, my friends. I think this video is as long as the other one, but oh well. So this was how it started. We started with a very tall stamp set, and then we ended up with being able to store it in an Avery Elle stamp storage pocket. I'm going to put a label here as well, but this is how all of my stamp sets are stored. I won't throw this away. I think it's just way too cute to throw away or cut, which I could have done, but no, I can't do that. I'm going to save it for later. I don't know. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will go back and fix this thing. Thank you. Muchas gracias. Hasta luego. Bye-bye. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up and check out the other links that I've mentioned throughout this video. Adios.